there's that old cheesy cliche of insanity's doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. It's a great cheesy cliche. I believe it's on my bumper sticker and on my boxer shorts. But the thing about it is...
tattooed. Right here.
Thing about it is they're not wrong.
No.
You can say nearly anything to anybody if you say it the right way. And figuring out how to talk to people is a big part of that. And if the way you're talking isn't working, say it differently. Jack, how do you say things differently?
Well, first I would figure out who my audience is. I always know who you're talking to. There are certain people that you need to be careful how you talk, or that you need to be careful what you disclose. I wouldn't just disclose everything to everybody. You know, there are people that you are closer to, people that you can trust more. So the first thing I would say is know your audience.
Yeah. Sorry about the boxer short thing. I should have thought about my audience. There's feedback in your interactions. Oftentimes, if you walk away from an interaction feeling angry or unheard or like nothing's going to happen, nothing's going to change, well, that might be an indicator that that's a pattern, that's a system, it's a place where you might need to say things differently. Sometimes Jack has to yell at me. Sometimes if you yell at me, I'm going to grab a sword, literally. How do you speak to some people? Pay attention to how the feedback goes.
Yeah, you should always take inventory of how your conversations are going, your interactions are going with others. If they're not going well in every form of your life, then you can't just assume it's other people. You have to start assuming, maybe it's me, maybe I need to make some changes. If it's only happening at home and it's not happening anywhere else, then maybe it's either the other person or maybe it's just the relationship. There's a stretch or something that needs to be fixed. But you should always, again, look for who you're talking to, who the person is, and make sure that you're not overlooking and passing the blame on to other people when you could be fixing it yourself.
Sometimes if saying it differently doesn't work, getting someone else to say it might be. There's a hard truth. Sometimes we're just not the person who's going to be able to deliver the message. And paying attention to that is also helpful.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think also you need to know your goal when you're going into a conversation with somebody. If not, you're probably going to mess it up. If you make sure that your goal is whatever it is, so if you're talking to your child about a particular thing that they did, make sure that your goal is, I'm going to teach them that this is not the right thing to do. If you just go in there mad, then you're probably going to do something you regret, and it's probably not going to help at all. So make sure that when you're talking to somebody, know what goal you have in mind so that you can, your actions and your words will follow that particular goal.
Counseling calls it an operational definition. How would you know if it went right? That's huge.
Yeah.